See, the homework is meant for you to see your understanding. And if you don't do the homework and then you come to class and just see the answers, you don't actually learn Sanskrit. Okay. We stopped here. Chapyaksharamavhyaktam. Big word. um, we'll take this up now. This cha first, this first one was a or a plus a or a equals a. Everyone got that rule? Everyone on the same page? Am I on the right verse? We did this in class or it was for homework only? Oh, okay, that's why you're all looking confused. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I thought we did the first two for some reason. Yuktaha, yuktayi is the word. Now looks familiar? Did I send you guys a different homework? No, this is chapter 12 only. What's going on? Someone unmute and tell me what is going on.
This was the correct homework, and we start from Yuktaye. We
Okay,
did not do any of this in the class.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Everyone is looking so confused and you're making me confused. Okay. Yukta ye. So now what is the rule there? Well, if there's a highlight in the middle, then it is supposed to be, means there must be a visarga missing. So what is the rule? If there's an a followed by a ya, which is a soft consonant, then the visarga drops. So you end up with yuktaye, but the original word which you were supposed to write is yuktaha ye. Who is confused? Okay, good. Next, bhaktastvam is the word here. The highlight is in the sa. When you see that kind of word, bhaktastvam, you hear the s sound, you should think, hey, that sounds like a visarga. Bhaktastvam becomes, well, the visarga, what you have is, you have an a in front, and you have a the after. I'm going slow, so everyone sees the thought process to figure out the answers. Huh? So you have a and the. Aha and the, when you put those together in the visarga table, you see that the visarga turns into a sa halant. So my original words are going to be, I'm going to take this sahalant and change it into a visarga. So I get bhaktaha, and then the two words are separated. When I bring the visarga, the words get separated if they are joined. Huh? So this becomes bhaktaha tvam. Bhaktas tvam is actually bhaktaha tvam. Any questions? No? Everyone got it? Who got it right? No? Okay. Well, we'll do a few more and you catch yourself and see where you made your mistakes, right? Okay, I also realized that some of you are reading slowly, so let me read this slowly and then we'll do it. Ye, cha, pya, ksha, rama, vya, ktam. That's the word. Ye, cha, pya, kshara, ma, vya, ktam. Now let us see this ah. Ah comes from what? How do you know if this is a visarga or a vowel sandhi? Did anyone have that question while they were doing it? You will not find a like this in the visarga table. So if there's an a and there's a visarga involved, you will see a space, you will see a sahalant, you will see a rahalant. So that means that this must be a vowel sandhi. So what is the vowel sandhi for a? To get the answer a, it's a or a plus a or a equals a. So your original words will be ch or cha and apya or apya. You don't know which one. Huh? Well, cha you shouldn't get wrong. No one should have written cha because cha is a word everybody knows now. Huh? And the next one is actually apyakshara. Okay, whatever, it goes on. Now this ya also is highlighted. So I did just the first sandhi. Now we're going to do the next one. I highlighted it here in the answer also so that you can see there's still something to be done. So now let's go. How do you get a ya? The only way to get a ya is e plus a vowel. The vowel here is a because there's no other vowel. So e plus a equals ya. That is the sandhi. So that means that this pia is actually p. And this ya breaks, the e goes with the pa and the a goes with the sh. And that's how you get p plus akshara. So those two were done. Now you go and try to put all of them together now. What is the original word? Cha, api, akshara. Should I go over that again? You saw how we got the sandhi for this a, correct? A or a plus a or a equals a. You saw how we got the sandhi for this ya? If ya is giving you trouble, go back and review all the ya examples. There's quite a few ya's in the homework also. How does the ya work? The ya divides. The ya divides. The e part of the ya goes to pa, and the a part of the ya goes to a. So you get p and you get akshara. And when we put it all together, there's the cha, then there's apya, so it becomes api, not ye cha pi, ye cha api akshara. I see some people being like, what are you talking about? We've never done this before. What? We had this exact homework just for chapter 5 when we were doing Sandhi. Okay, continue. Okay, what's our next one? Mayaveshya. Mayaveshya. So now the ya is there. When does a ya come? A ya comes when you have a e plus a vowel. If you don't know ya sandhi, well, you're in big trouble in life because ya sandhi is one of the most common ones. You'll see it over and over and over, right? So ya comes from, now here's ya actually. See the ya? So ya comes from e plus a will give you this. Yeah. That part I hope everybody figured out. That was the rule. Okay. Now, how do we use the rule? Well, my ya, so this ya is going to break. The ya part is going to become e and go with mai. That becomes mai. The a part is going to go back to the next word. Aveshya. There's no two answers. There's only one answer. There's no options. So that's mai aveshya. Yes? No? Mano ye. Mano ye. Now see, how do you know if this is a vowel sandhi or a visarga sandhi? Someone tell me. It's very obvious whether it's a vowel or visarga sandhi. No? It is a visarga sandhi because there is a space. If there wasn't a space, then it would have been a vowel sandhi. Because there is a space, it necessarily means it cannot be a vowel sandhi. It has to be visarga. Okay? So when do you get O with visarga? You get O with visarga. See, right before this, there's a na, right? There's an a, and right after there's a y. So the rule is aha plus soft consonant equals O. And your response for that is the original word is going to be manaha, manaha, ye. So this O is going to turn back into its visarga. Actually, visarga sandhi is easier than vowel sandhi once you get the hang of it. Some people are smiling, means they agree. Should I continue? Okay, I'll finish out this verse and then I'll take questions. Now see, yukta upasate. That's the word we're dealing with. And I highlighted something blank in the middle. That should mean to you, hello, visarga. Visarga must be there. I hope everyone reached that much. If there's a blank highlighted, it means there is a visarga. Easy, easy mark there. Easy, super easy mark. Okay, visarga is there. So the original word is going to be yuktaha and upasate. So easy. All you can do is literally be like, okay, there's visarga. Huh? Your original words are yuktaha and upasate. Okay. Yuktaha and upasate. So then what is the rule? What is the rule? The rule is aha plus u equals dropped. Okay. So that's how you end up with yuktaha and upasate. Now this word. Parayopetaha. It's not parayaha petaha. Why is it not parayaha petaha? Why is this O not just going to change into a visarga? Because the words are joined. If the words were separate, it would have been a visarga. Because the words are joined, it cannot be a visarga. And so the words are only joined for visarga if it is not a vowel, like the sahalant, rahalant. Huh? Okay. Now this O. So how do you get an O? What is the rule that equals O in vowel sandhi? A or A plus U or U equals O. So now you have to break this O. And the A or A has to go with the Y. And the U or U has to go with the B. So the original word is paraya. If you wrote paraya, that's also fine. Because you wouldn't have known. And the second word is upeta. Paraya upeta. Tama mataha. Now we're on this one. Tama, mataha. Is this a vowel or visarga sandhi? A is an answer in vowels, sandhi, but there is a magic space here. I don't know about you, but when I see a space, I'm like, oh, so easy. The space should bring joy. It's just a visarga. Tamaha, mataha. Tamaha, mataha. You'll see the rule there. Aha plus ma, soft consonant, equals dropped. So your original word will be tamaha, mataha. Mata. Cool? Okay, I'm going to pause and I'm going to take questions now. Who is still confused? I can tell, who did the homework and who didn't, because some people are checking their answers and other people are writing all the answers.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
So, why did they not put the visarga there and just left the blank?
Over here?
And yeah, in those spots. Like why? Because when you chant it, you don't do the sound, or I mean, like
No.
I guess it wasn't as obvious to me that those were meant to be visarga because there was a space.
Okay, no. The space, because I highlighted the space, it
Uh-huh.
means you're supposed to be a visarga. Click. See, there's a space here. It doesn't
Yeah.
automatically mean visarga. There's a space here. That doesn't automatically mean visarga. So you have to get more familiar with all the declensions and conjugations and vocabulary to know if there's a visarga or not. So I don't expect you to read something and know, hey, there's supposed to be a visarga because there's a space. I don't expect that. But
Okay.
because I have highlighted it, you should
Okay.
know there's some sandhi that's supposed to be there. Because
Okay.
it is highlighted, it means there's a sandhi there. So I have brought your attention to that part with the highlight. So you're supposed to know based on that, there's a sandhi there. Hmm? Why did they not just put the visarga? Because the rule is, it's a sandhi rule. When you have an aha followed by a soft consonant, the visarga is supposed to drop. Hmm? And we do say the visarga in chanting. We just say it like a very slight, like let me find where is a visarga in the middle. I'm not finding any. You say the visarga, you'll say it with a very small when you're chanting, right? So there is a difference between visarga being there and not being there, even in the chanting. Remember, sandhi is there not to make our life difficult, but to make our life easy. When you're doing grammar, you feel like sandhi is there to make your life difficult. But when you're chanting, you realize it's there to make your life easy, right? So that's why it's not written, because the rule in sandhi is that it gets dropped. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's easier for me to go the other way, putting words together than taking them apart.
Yes, that's why I gave the harder homework. Because the other one is easy. And this is the reality. You're not going to be given words to put together in Shastra. You're going to be given words to break. And so we're not preparing here to become Sanskrit scholars and get super good marks. We're preparing here to take Shastra and actually use it. So that's why we're using the scripture itself and trying to break the sentence. Okay. If this was homework, you'd have gotten all varieties. But because we're using the verses, it's whatever comes. So the same ones are coming over and over again. Okay. All right, cool. I continue. Now, I can tell many people didn't do the homework. So I'm going over it, but you're just watching me. So the rest if you didn't do it. Huh? Tvaksharamanirdesyam. Long word. If you see these long words, you just stop somewhere in between. You don't need to write the whole remaining thing. Okay? When you're doing sandhi. Va. When do you get va? Va is not an answer in the Visarga table. So when do you get va? You get va when you have u or u meeting a vowel. What is the vowel here? So you have u or u meeting a. And the end result is you get a v. So now the v is broken. The u from the v goes with the tahalant. If you don't know tahalant plus u equals tu, you are in trouble. And the a from the v goes to the ksha. So you get tu and you get akshara. Got that? Okay. Those who did the homework got it. Those who didn't are confused. Okay. Any questions on this one? Okay, I'm not going to go over the remaining ones. Those who didn't do it, I want to give you all a chance to do out the rest. And I was thinking now, today we didn't get a time to go through the sentences. So now you're just going to have to go into the test blind. Now what? No, so what we're going to do is, Shani, I see your hand. I'll take your question in 1 second. What we're going to do is, tomorrow we'll go through the sentence homework, and then you will have Saturday and Sunday to study, and on Monday we will do the test. And maybe Durga Maya can come and help you in your test on Monday. Navratri number 1. So that's the plan. Okay. Yes, Shania.
Hariom, I just wanted you to go over the sandhi down the line. What bhiravapyate? I was not sure I did that right.
No, you know what happened? I think that something happened and all the highlights moved over. I'm going to send it back for you to look. The R was supposed to be highlighted. What was highlighted for you?
Was the which is
Was
what?
it- Well, everybody, when you see a rahalan in the middle of a word, your mind should say visarga. Rahalant in the middle of the word means visarga. I'll go through it, but don't worry, we'll finish. We'll go through the remaining answers for this too. It's actually bihi avapyate, right? The visarga reverts back to bihi avapyate. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So what's the plan? The plan is do your homework, revise, make sure you understand everything. If you didn't do the Sandhi homework, do the remaining ones so you can actually see if you've understood. Based on the review, you can go through it. Do it. If you don't do it, you won't know, right? So do the remaining ones. And then if you got stuff wrong, do back the remaining ones correctly. And then tomorrow we'll take up the sentences. And then Saturday, Sunday will be study days. And then Monday will be the okay, the test. I have to make the test. That is harder than writing the test, guys. So we're all in the same position. Some people are like, what? How can you even compare that? Okay. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow if there are no more questions. And I'm here tomorrow. Bring your questions if you have any. Okay. Do your homework. Do your homework. Just a few more hours remaining for you to do Sanskrit. Get it properly. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Harihi Om.